Welcome to the Boston Sports Hack, the show where we talk about Boston sports and lots of other fun stuff. My name is Felix Brown. Across the desk is Annie. And Annie, are you ready to play Boston's newest, favoriteest sports game show? Who said that?
Who said that? Yeah, let's do it.
You ready to play?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to read you a statement, and you have to guess who said that.
Nice.
Now, the first statement is, John Farrell will no longer be the coach of the Boston Red Sox in 2016. Who said that? Stephen Hawking or Paris Hilton? Go!
I'm going to say, excuse me, I'm going to say that Stephen Hawking said that.
Really? So you're thinking John Farrell is going to
out of
be
here.
fired
I do think so.
After they're going to give him 2015.
Yep, one more season, and then I think that will be it for him.
Really?
I do. Why do you think he'll be here longer?
I don't know. I just feel like Ben is pretty tied to this guy. He kind of fought for him over 2 years. They paid a pretty high price to Toronto to get him. But I wouldn't be surprised either because, as we've discussed in previous shows, I think the dude's fraud.
He's total fraud. I agree. And that's probably when he got signed on. But just I like him in a lot of ways. I never felt like he was a long-term signing. I kind of felt like he was the post-Bobby Valentine guy.
Really?
I did. I have always felt like that. Like, Francona, to me, had duration. Like, he thought he'd be here for the long haul. I have never felt that about Farrell, ever.
I have totally felt that he'd be there, that they thought he was the guy of the future because of the championship that came out of nowhere. But they've always thought when he was the pitching coach that he was the heir apparent and then he moved on.
Right.
I don't know. I'm surprised to hear you say that.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong either. I mean, I would be surprised if he stayed. I do like him. Not that I don't like him. I don't see him here beyond next year at this point.
So you go Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
I think I go a little bit Paris Hilton.
Do you a little bit Paris?
A little bit Paris.
Nice.
All right. What do you got?
All right. Next statement. Another Red Sox one. We'll say the Red Sox for a minute. Okay. The Red Sox will trade Mike Napoli by next season. Is that said by Albert Einstein or Jessica Simpson?
Oh, totally Jessica Simpson. It depends, I suppose.
Oh, look at that. Already waffling.
I'm waffling. I think that it's possible if they have a horrible season like they did this year at the All-Star break. He's a chip, right?
Yeah.
Short-term solution for somebody.
Yep.
But I think other than that, he plays out his contract. He's lived up to the billing. I'm pretty happy with what Mike Napoli's done overall.
But this season, you think he had a good season this year?
Yeah, I don't think anyone had a great season, but I think
True.
Was a bad version of Mike Napoli.
Yeah.
A down year for Mike Napoli.
Is he a leader, though, do you think, too? I don't know.
I kind of get the feeling that he would be. Seems like he's a pretty strong presence in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I say, who are my choices again?
It was Albert Einstein or Jessica Simpson.
I am Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson, nice. I am also with you on Jessica Simpson, actually. I don't think he will be, but he could be a good trading chip.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. The next statement is going to be, Tom Brady will be the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots in 2015. Who said that?
Nice.
Leonardo da Vinci or Kanye West? Kanye West.
Who
said
it? I am going to say that that is, it's a hard one. That's Leonardo da Vinci.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at her go.
I'm saying it.
Tell me about that.
So actually, I had a similar kind of statement that I thought maybe that would he even last the year?
Really?
Yeah, at this point. And I'm not trying to rush him out the door. I'm really not. I know it sounds like I am. I know it sounds like I am. I'm really not. I just think, as we said in other shows, I think there's a lot of factors that play with him right now. And I think we're seeing the beginning of the end with him.
Well, I'd probably agree we're seeing the beginning of the end, but I think that he's the type of player that transcends, Belichick's get rid of him a year early. Nope. I don't think Belichick owes Tom Brady his career.
Yeah, you and I think that. Belichick will never think that way.
I disagree. I think he does.
Oh, I don't think so at all. He will cut him in a second.
I totally disagree. There's no way. Tom Brady goes out on his own terms, whether that's 4 years, but I think he's smart enough at some point to recognize they're not going to embarrass him.
Right.
After all he's done for the franchise.
I don't know.
So maybe they trade him at some point. It's not next year. I think we're a couple of years away. And I think, unfortunately, whether you like that or not, Tom's going to be with us for this season and next.
Okay, well, if he can play, I like it. Of course I like it if he can play.
I think whether he can play or not, he's with us this season and next.
Okay, we have to have a wager on this because I think Belichick will cut his ass in a heartbeat.
All right, what's your next one?
Okay, my next statement is...
Next statement.
David Krejci will lead the league in goals scored this year. Is that said by Bill...
Who said that?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, who said that? Bill Gates or the Ebola guy?
The Ebola guy. I love it. David Krejci will lead the Bruins in scoring.
Lead the league.
That is no doubt.
Goals scored this year.
Goofball Ebola guy. There's no way Krejci leads the league in scoring.
So after he puked on the sidewalk, the Ebola guy said that.
I think as he was puking, he said that. There's no way he leads the league in scoring. He's a talented guy. I think he has a rebound year. Although he had a great year last year, but he was terrible in the playoffs. I think he rebounds and becomes the Krejci that we know and love.
Okay.
And performs in the playoffs. I don't know if we're not there yet. I'm not there yet to say they're going to win the cup.
Right.
But I think Krejci's a big part of this team. But for me, Ebola guy.
Ebola guy. I can do half and half. Can I do a little, a little Ebola?
You can't get a little
Gates.
Ebola. You can't have just a little bit of Ebola.
You can't do that.
You got it or you don't. It's kind of like being pregnant.
That's true. That's wow. That's a good analogy. Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Ebola guy too. You know, I wasn't big on that contract that he signed, but I don't know. Somebody needs to step up on that team and be a leader, and he has the talent, but the league is kind of a stretch, isn't it? It's kind of a stretch. I think he'll lead the Bruins.
Yeah, I think he'll lead the Bruins too.
Maybe.
But I don't think he leads the league. There's too Sid the Kid. I know how much you hate him, but he does score during the regular season.
Yeah, which is
Not
awesome.
so
So he
much.
tanks and playoffs.
All right, here's my final.
Okay.
Who said that? Rajon Rondo.
Oh, nice.
Is with the Celtics after the NBA trading deadline. Who said that? Let me think of who could have said that. Thomas Edison or Justin Bieber. And if I have to tell you which one of those is a smart one, which one's a dumb one, Rajon Rondo will be with the Celtics one day after the NBA trading deadline next season.
He will not be.
Who said it?
So that would be Thomas Edison, right? Do I have that right?
No, it's Justin
Bieber.
No, he will not. He will be.
Yeah, we're doing the double negatives. I'm getting confused now. I think it's Thomas Edison.
Okay, make your case, Tom.
Someone who's smart would get his ass out of town tomorrow, not wait till the trade deadline. He will not be in Boston. This has to be the last year. It has to be.
So you got it backwards. That was actually Justin Bieber.
So it is Justin Bieber. Okay.
Justin Bieber. So you think
the only time I ever choose the Biebs.
The Biebs
over anything.
I think as much as the Celtics would like that to be the case, and as much as I would like that to be the case, this latest episode, and I think even before this episode with the broken hand falling in the shower.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right? Falling in the shower in quotes.
I know. What a bunch of crap.
And then why does Ange keep sticking up for him? I don't get Danny Ainge either. He's always like, we want banners. Rondo's great. It's like, you don't believe that. You can't believe that.
No, what's funny is that after that, Rondo even said that he wants to be a Celtic. And he wants a max contract. Why would you give him a max contract? Because you can give someone a max contract? Can't you give someone else a max contract?
You could.
So, I'm Justin Bieber. No, I'm sorry. I'm Thomas Edison on this one because there's no way that they trade him because he has no value.
Well, that's true. That's totally a good point. Yeah, he's kind of screwed them all around. Like, he's not that great, and no one wants him. He's a head case, too.
He was a head case and wasn't that good because he's trailed off after the rest of the big three left.
Right.
And now he's with a broken hand.
Yeah.
Who wants this guy?
No, I know.
But I do think there's a possibility that the Celtics just say, you know what? Let's take him for pennies on the dollar and just get this asshole.
Look, I think they need to really blow it up. They're still in big-time tank mode. Right,
okay.
So
what's the last one?
Last one. This is a fun one. Ready?
Okay, good.
Faith Hill is better on Sunday Night Football than Carrie Underwood. Who said that? Galileo or George W. Bush?
George W.
Really? You like Carrie Underwood better than Faith Hill?
Carrie Underwood is attractive. Faith Hill is an older, I think she's kind of a hag. I got to be honest. I'm not a fan. I don't care about singing talent. Doesn't really matter who sings better. I mean, give me a break. I'm about what they look like. I'm going. George W. Bush said that. I love Carrie Underwood.
I always like Galileo. Always. I'm going with them in this too. Yeah, Faith Hill blows her out of the water. Come on.
In what way? Like her voice?
Yeah, she sings better. She looks better. She's cooler. She's got more sass and attitude. She's just better.
Well, I'm going with Hank Williams Jr. over both of those ladies.
Wow. That's a statement to end on.
Doesn't mean I'm going that way, but I love that song. Are you ready for some football?
I don't know. Actually, it's funny how I love the song they have now. Regardless, like I hear that. It's one of the songs now where you know it's Sunday when it's on. And I love Chris Collinsworth. Actually, that's who I love ultimately is Chris Collinsworth.
Oh, you know what, Annie? On that note, we are out of time. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Facebook // Sports Hack. And follow us on Twitter at SportsHack72. My name is Felix Brown.
I am Annie.
And we will see you next week.